Alright, back again, standard 12.3. I can use the Pythagorean Theorem. So remember, here's an example of a right triangle. Our Pythagorean Theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And here's a reminder of the cardinal directions. North and south, up and down. Left and right is west and east. Go around clockwise, it's north, east, south, west, or never eat soggy waffles. That's how I was taught anyway. Remember, however you need to, but here's this picture you can use this. We're going to use word problems today. So, solve each problem by drawing a picture. Be sure to label your answers. If you walk 5 miles north and 12 miles east, how far are you from your starting point? So let's start with this. We're going to walk 5 miles north and then 12 miles east. We want to know how far we are from our starting point. Alright, so let's do a couple things. We're going to decide that's a right angle. Right, we're talking do. There you go. Alright, we're going to go here. We're going to say 5 miles north and 12 miles east. We want to know this one here, so we're going to use a squared plus b squared equals c squared. We're gonna let's just call the hypotenuse c, make it easy for ourselves. Okay, so 5 squared. So we're gonna do 5 squared plus 12 squared equals c squared, and we're gonna call that 25 plus 144 equals c squared. And we're gonna call this, let's see, 25 plus 144, 9. 4, 2, 6, 169 equals c squared. We're going to come back and we're going to find the square root of both of those. Well, the square root of 169 is 13. C squared, the square root of c squared is c. So we're going to say c is 13 miles. That's how far we go. 13 miles. That's how far we are from our starting point. All right, let's do another one. Now, we walk 20 miles west and then 21 miles south. How far are we from our starting point? Remember, it's a right angle. We have 20 miles west and 21 miles south. We're still going to use a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And we're going to call that 20 squared plus 21 squared equals c squared. 20 squared is 400 miles. 21 squared, that's not one of the ones we've done before, but I can find it in my calculator super easy. I can go in here and do 21 times 21. Gets me 441. 441 equals c squared. If I add these together, I'm going to have 841 equals c squared. 841 is our answer, so we're going to go in and find the square root of these two things. Let's see. I can tell you. Use my calculator. The square root of 841, 29. And C. So our answer is going to be 29 miles. C equals 29 miles. One more. The bottom of a ladder must be placed 9 feet from the wall. This ladder is 41 feet long. We're going to make a triangle. So the ladder is 41, so we're going to do, alright, so the ladder, 41 feet long. The ladder must be placed 9 feet from the wall. We want to know, let's call that a squared. So we're going to say a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Right, we don't have a squared. B squared is 9, so 9 squared plus 41 squared. Or a squared plus 81 equals, I don't know what 41 feet squared is. 41 times 41, 1,681. Okay, I'm going to subtract 81 from both sides. Gets me a squared equals 1,600. Alright, I'm going to square root both of those. That's going to give me a equals 'that makes 40. So 40 feet is how high up on the house that you can go. Pretty tall. I think I'd like that. All right, one more. The bottom of a ladder must be placed 16 feet from a wall. Let's do it again. 16 feet from the wall. 16. The ladder touches the wall 63 feet. 63 feet above the ground. How long is the ladder? C squared, A squared, plus B squared equals C squared, right? So let's write it in there. So A squared, 63 squared plus 16 squared equals C squared. Right? I can't do that math in my head, so let's get our calculators out. We're going to do the first one. 63 times 63 is 3,969 plus 16 times 16 equals 256 equals C squared. We're going to add those together. It's going to give us 4,225 equals C squared. I'm going to come in, I'm going to find the square root of both of them. I know that the square root of C squared is C. And using my calculator, I'm going to find the square root of 4,225. That is 65. So C equals 65 feet. That is a real long ladder. I don't want to use that ladder. Alright, word problem, that's what we're doing. Draw your triangles, do your math. Here's your worksheet. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more questions. Alright?